and I hear waves break on Bargara Beach just outside. The room where we meet is hot, but every now and then the sea breeze filters in. In 2016, Joan Jones is 96, and I am asking her to think back to her childhood in Bundaberg in the 1920s and to tell me her memories of one of the most prestigious shops of the early 1900s, Black's department stores. In the early 1890s, well before Joan's time of course, two brothers from Ireland, Robert and John Black, bought half an acre of land on the corner of Perry and Queen Streets, opposite the Young Australian Hotel and the road from the ferry. They bought the late Mr. Mortenson's store on Gavin Street and moved it to their own little block. It was a spacious new store, boasting two large plate glass windows, completely new stock, and a separate produce store. In late October 1897, the local newspaper reported that Robert Black had taken over the business. John Black had sold his interest in the North Bundaberg store to his brother and planned to open his own store on the southern side of the river. The newer Black's department store on Bundaberg's main street is the one that Joan remembers. It was never a fancy shop. It wasn't a shop like you'd see now, Joan tells me. But it was noted for its friendliness towards its customers, and Joan remembers it fondly. As a little girl in the 20s, Joan visited the shop with her granny. Her father worked there alongside John Black, who Joan describes to me as Old John, a friendly man who ensured that everything was just right for his customers. Old John treated Joan's family as his own and would give her boiled lollies when she visited. Joan ended up following in her father's footsteps and began working at Black's department store in 1946. Her employer, Mr. Albert Black, Old John's son, always looked after his staff, she says. Mr. and Mrs. Albert, as Joan refers to them, had a house down at Bargara, and Joan and other staff were invited to spend their holidays there. Full of memories, Joan smiles and tells me again of the kindness and friendliness that characterised Black's department stores and its owners. I thank her for her time and excuse myself, leaving her to her remembering.